Since I finished high school, I passed my exam, I got my diploma, I started to look for jobs. Everybody around me was suggesting university or going to the military, the navy maybe, just like my father. But no, I didn't want to do any of that. I want to do something that I can do at home, where I am holy no. Please stop. Yeah, I want to do something that I can do alone, where I'm more comfortable with everything around me. So how's it going, YouTube? Today we are exploring the various reasons why I choose to do a remote job, such as content creation. I think you can guess, but I have a cold, a flu. This is basically me for 8 months of winter and autumn, and also a big part of spring. Believe it or not, this is one of the reasons why I highly prefer to stay at home during this period of times, because I swear every time I change location, like altitude, for example, I am going downstairs to have lunch, my nose starts running and I start to sneeze like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, now that I am not obligated to go to school, I really don't want to go around and just be sick all the time. Yeah, winter is pretty bad, even though it's my favorite season. So I started to think about my future, actually, in the 4th year of high school, where I was torturing myself basically every day, thinking about stuff that I could do. I had basically no initial input, no real passion, so it was kind of hard to decide something. I was just thinking about options, excluding stuff instead of taking options. I was thinking about all the conventional and unconventional stuff, like working in an office, which is the worst thing ever. Now where is my horse? I can't believe it. There is something wrong with the Minecraft horses. It makes no sense. Why would you run away? I feed you, even though you were burning lava, but I saved you. He's gone. Completely gone. Yeah, I found him. It took me like 10 minutes. The whole day passed by. I never liked the idea of going to work insanely early, going back home pretty late, all of this every 5 days of the week, the usual 9 to 5, and then the only free time you have is basically the weekend, where right now I can do whatever I want, but when I'm going to live alone, the weekend will be just chores, going to the grocery store, doing the laundry, stuff like that. I don't like that. After the start of 5th year, I actually stopped thinking about it. I put my heart at peace, because it was like a torturing. I was torturing myself. Also, thanks to someone who basically was doing this sort of therapy sessions in school, my father decided it was a good idea to let me join this program. She helped me a little bit. It was like therapy, but not actual therapy. I was just telling her stuff and she would come out with something, because the final goal was to find something for me. Thanks to her, I put my heart at peace and I was able to stop thinking about it so intensely. After that point, I didn't think about my job for months, until it was literally the end of the school, and I had to do something. It was summer. We recently moved to our new house. We had no internet connection. I could only use my PC and with the phone doing a hotspot, but it sucked because my PC network adapter didn't work properly, and after like 1 minute of the hotspot connecting from my phone to my PC, it stops working, and I had to restart my computer, and I could barely do anything. I couldn't go to the internet. I could only use my phone, which sucks, because you can only have like two open tabs in your phone, and then when you are away from one tab for too long, it resets and you lose whatever you were looking at. At some point we got Wi-Fi. It took only 3 to 4 months. It was shit, but at the end we got it, and it's pretty good. At that point I actually started to look for stuff to do, remote jobs. I spend a lot of time on my computer, and I mean, that's perfect. I tried to look into a lot of stuff. First of all, I got reminded of drop shipping, which for those who don't know, basically you sell something already existing through your website, and it's supposed to make money, but I mean, it's not a passive income at all, because it's literally a business. You have a business to work on, and it's a lot of work. And the thing that turned me off, like actually, is subscriptions to different stuff. Subscription to Shopify, then the fact that you need ads to promote your stuff, and that's going to cost a lot of money, like a lot. And yeah, as I said, this is probably too hard right now. I don't have all the money. I could probably lose all of it and gain nothing. Yeah, it's a good experience, but I don't want to lose money. That's it. Then I start to look for some more easier stuff, like selling those empty books on Amazon with the Amazon partnership program, whatever it was. You have to pay another paid subscription to a website that makes you books, and by the way, you barely earn anything, because Jeff Bezos takes like way more than half of your earnings. You get like literally dollars, a couple dollars a month initially, but if your book gets famous, I don't know. Actually, before the book thing, I tried the same thing with Amazon, but for t-shirts. That's technically going to pay way more, but you need to get accepted into the Amazon merch, whatever it was, and I didn't. And I learned that it became pretty hard to get accepted. You basically need an art background and stuff. Maybe sometimes it doesn't even work because Amazon says so. There's been so many people doing it in recent years that they don't accept random people anymore. They only want serious people with a lot of skill. I don't have any of that. And then I thought, yeah, YouTube. There's nothing else that comes close to making whatever you want on YouTube and earning from it at some point. There's another thing that's keeping me from doing an actual job, but also that will probably make me stay with my parents for a long time. That's because my mother, as I said in the first video, I mentioned that she has dementia. Senile dementia is essentially the thing, while Alzheimer is the most common type of dementia. It's not the first time that I deal with these things, because my grandpa suffered from dementia too, but that was like when he was 85. I think it started at that age. We start to notice, while my mother got affected way younger. My mother isn't even in her 60s, and she has been suffering for 2 years right now. I saw my father change. Obviously, in a family, everyone has their roles. So my mother will usually go to the grocery stores, do the laundry and everything else, while my father went to work. He is in the Navy. He was, because now he is retired, but he was in the Navy, and he sometimes he had to go to work in a remote location for like months or years. And my father said that this thing might have affected my mother. Years ago, he had to work in Rome for a total of 5 years. So he will stay there for 2 weeks. Then on the weekends he'll come back for 2 or 3 days to stay with us, and then he'll go back there. And my mother obviously felt the distance, and it could have affected her at this deep level. I don't think that's the case, because since my grandpa had it too, my grandpa from my mom, it makes sense that now she's suffering from it. It's a genetical disease at this point. But yeah, I can get to the distance part. And well, I saw my father change, because from everyone having their roles, now my father does 80% of what my mother used to do. My mother doesn't drive anymore. My mother doesn't always remember when. Well, you can get it. I don't need to explain it. All right. Put a lot of work on my father's shoulders, and now that my brother is still not living with us, right now it's just me and my father dealing with my mother. So, and I don't want to leave my father alone, possibly, for the rest of my mother's days. I want to be here because he needs my help. I need to help him carry this weight. He can't do it alone. Just like Frodo Baggins couldn't take the ring to Mordor alone. He needed Sam. So this is a huge reason that I haven't told anyone. Conclusion, yes, because I am pretty much always sick during winter, autumn and spring, because I want to stay at home and help my father do stuff, because I feel way more comfortable and I were more efficient working on my PC at home. I know I can make a living about YouTube, but it just takes a lot of time. One more reason is that this is hard to admit, but basically, yeah, I don't really like staying around people, crowds. I suck with social interactions. I don't have real social anxiety, but I get literally tired when I spend time with other people, even my friends. I mean, this is probably just me or someone else, but this is the truth. And so having a job where I don't technically talk with anyone, because I'm just talking alone right now, but people are going to see the video. This is possible. That's why I'm so alone. This is something I would like to change about myself, probably at some point, but right now this is what I am. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're doing fine right now. Well, that's it. See ya.